Breaking news from the Ravens. Don't blink or you'll miss what could change the entire season. Baltimore Ravens fans, stop everything right now. What just happened could decide not only how this season ends, but also how this franchise moves forward. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and turn on notifications, because stories like this don't come around often. And what you're about to hear connects all the pieces of the Ravens' playoff puzzle. Stick around until the end, because one question could define the future of this team. Who would have imagined that Tyler "Snoop" Huntley, the Baltimore Ravens' backup quarterback, would once again become this franchise's unexpected lifeline in 2025? And here we are, silently watching history repeat itself. In a season filled with pressure, injuries, and minimal margins, Huntley stepped onto the field and delivered exactly what Baltimore needed at the most critical moment. The Ravens secured a resounding 41-24 victory over the Green Bay Packers, a win that represented much more than just a new standings number. The win kept Baltimore's playoff hopes alive when they were hanging by a thread. And once again, this happened without Lamar Jackson leading the offense, as Jackson remained sidelined due to a back injury. Huntley's numbers may not impress casual fans, but his impact was undeniable. He completed 16 of 20 passes for 107 yards and a touchdown, in addition to rushing for 60 yards on 8 attempts. More importantly, he controlled the game. He protected the ball, prevented turnovers, and extended offensive drives with his legs at crucial moments for the Ravens. Even Green Bay Packers coach Matt LaFleur acknowledged the challenge of preparing for the Baltimore Ravens quarterback situation, highlighting how Huntley's mobility and discipline pressured the Green Bay defense. Baltimore didn't ask Huntley to be a hero in the traditional sense. They asked him to be efficient, intelligent, and fearless when opportunities arose. And that's exactly where he excels. This victory puts the Ravens in a fascinating and tense position. Now, Baltimore needs the Cleveland Browns to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers, which would transform the Week 18 matchup between the Ravens and Steelers into a true life-or-death battle for both teams. The reality is simple. Without Huntley's performance, this scenario wouldn't even exist, and this is nothing new for him. Ravens fans have seen this movie before. When Baltimore was down 1-5 and playoff hopes were rapidly dwindling, Huntley stepped onto the field against the Chicago Bears and led the Ravens to a crucial 30-16 victory that kept their season alive. Once again, when Lamar Jackson was injured, Huntley stepped up. While most national headlines focus on Derrick Henry's historic night, it would be a mistake to ignore Huntley's role. Just like against Chicago, he didn't force long passes. He didn't play recklessly. Instead, he used his legs to convert crucial third downs and kept opposing defenses on their toes, something the Ravens' offense has lacked since Jackson adapted his game to become a deeper-lying passer after his hamstring injury early in the season. This raises an uncomfortable but necessary question within the Ravens organization. Should Lamar Jackson be sidelined for the rest of the season to safeguard his long-term health? Currently, Huntley is running the offense most effectively within this system, and Baltimore's future depends on having a fully healthy Jackson, not just for one game, but for years to come. One thing is certain, Huntley won't remain a secret for much longer. This offseason, he's expected to receive a lucrative contract, whether from the Ravens or another team seeking one of the NFL's most reliable backup quarterbacks. Ravens fans can only hope Baltimore does whatever it takes to keep him because, once again, Snoop Huntley has proven that when it's all on the line, he delivers. And just as Huntley quietly kept the Ravens afloat, another star made a splash in a way never before seen in the NFL, setting the stage for one of the league's most historic performances. On a cold Saturday night in Green Bay, Derrick Henry didn't just dominate, he rewrote NFL history. The powerful Baltimore Ravens running back delivered an unforgettable performance, rushing for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns on 36 attempts in a 41-24 victory over the Green Bay Packers. Each run felt heavier, each impact more impactful, and each step closer to history. With those 216 rushing yards, Henry officially set the record for rushing yards by a visiting player at Lambeau Field. In a stadium marked by freezing moments and legendary running backs, Henry etched his name in history as an outsider who conquered one of football's most sacred fields. But that was just the beginning. This was Henry's 7th game with over 200 rushing yards, surpassing O.J. Simpson's record. Simpson and Adrian Peterson were tied for the most games with that mark in NFL history. He also climbed the all-time rushing touchdown leader list, surpassing Peterson to reach 4th place overall. Now, Henry is just 1 touchdown away from tying Marcus Allen for 3rd, 23 touchdowns from LaDainian Tomlinson for 2nd, and 42 from Emmitt Smith's seemingly unattainable record. For most running backs nearing 32, this conversation would be laughable. But Derrick Henry is no ordinary running back. He continues to defy age, workload, and expectations. As of Sunday, Henry ranked 3rd in the NFL in rushing yards with 1,469, just 20 yards behind Jonathan Taylor and 63 yards behind league leader James Cook. And yet, despite his dominance, fans and analysts have questioned the Ravens' decision to rotate him so frequently this season. Now, the reason is clear. Baltimore has been saving Henry for moments exactly like this, games where one player can completely change the course of the match. And on Saturday night, Henry proved that he remains one of the most decisive forces in the entire NFL. Still, there's an underlying tension to this historic performance. The Ravens desperately need it to make the difference. Baltimore now expects a Steelers loss on Sunday, which would create a decisive AFC North matchup in Week 18. If that scenario becomes reality, you can expect the Ravens to rely heavily on Henry from the first snap. Because when everything is on the line, when seasons, legacies, and futures collide, Derrick Henry has shown that he can still dominate a game single-handedly. If the Ravens reach a decisive matchup in Week 18, should Baltimore rely entirely on Snoop Huntley to finish the season and use Derrick Henry as the engine of that offense? Leave your opinion in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and click the like button if you believe the Ravens' season is far from over.